I will open the window and I will fly through the living room and out the back. Good morning, selamat pagi. Welcome to a Norwegian house. Selamat datang untuk satu rumah di Norwegia. There have been several of you actually asking me, can you please make an edit showing your Norwegian house? This is my parents' house, but this is the house I grew up in. And I'm currently at the kitchen, so this is kind of a typical Norwegian kitchen, I would say. Yeah. And you can see straight out to the living room here. It used to be a wall. When I lived in the house, we had a wall here and just a door, but my parents just took the wall down. This is a house built by my grandfather. I moved into this house with my family when I was 13. But I think we can start in the entrance area. So this is where you enter the house. I will show you the outside later, but this is the inside. So this is the entrance area. It's cold in Norway, so we have all the jackets, shoes and stuff. And now we're in the living room. So this is my parents' living room, also a typical Norwegian house. And as you can see, what is fascinating, the roof is I can touch the roof. So we use like 240, I think is a standard in Norway. And I think because that's high enough. And in Norway, when it's very cold, you need to heat up the house. And to heat up the house, it's expensive. So I think that is one of the reasons why we have quite low heights in the houses. So as you can see here, 240. So when I come from an Indonesian house, I feel like this is very small. It's like a tiny house. But that's because of the height. Not used to it. My parents love to have places to sit. So we have one sitting group, a kitchen table, another sitting group over here, and then the last one here before the television. So this is the inner living room. So now after we moved out, they have a lot of space because there are only 2 people living in this house. In Norway, it's normal that we move out. So when I was 19 years of age, I moved out and I haven't been living here since. This is my parents' bedroom. We are currently sleeping here because since we're in quarantine, they needed to move out, so they moved out for us. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad. But this is also a traditional Norwegian room, I would say. The bed. That is the room I used to live in when I lived at home, but now my youngest one, she's sleeping in there. So I don't think, but it's another traditional room. But almost every house in Norway has at least 2 or 3 floors. So this is up to the 2nd floor in our house. And here my mom has a working space. She really likes to make clothes. So she makes clothes and stuff up here. And we have one room in here as well. This is now a guest room. But as you can see here, not a lot of space in here. This is out on the garage roof. Yeah, small, tiny room. My sister used to live up here. And then also in Norway, we do have too much stuff. And also when you have 4 seasons during a year, you need a lot of different equipments and stuff. So also it's very normal to have like a storage place in Norway. In this house, it's up in the 2nd floor. There's a huge room just to store a lot of things. And it's very cold, no heating in here, so now it's starting freezing actually just going in there. So there you have the inside of the house. Now let me show you the outside. drone clip was from yesterday, a little bit more sunny yesterday. Today it's more clouded, it's very cold, freezing. Almost every Norwegian house has a garage, like this one. Now let's go for a little spin in the streets. This is how the streets in Norway look like in this neighborhood. So as you can see, Norway is very kind of open. We don't have any fences or gates or anything. You can just walk in everyone's garden. It's completely open for everyone. But that is not something we do. We don't walk into each other's properties, and we do like trust each other that you don't go in and steal either. It's like a common trust we have. So meanwhile, we're out checking out Norway. This is my school. This is where I went to school. I only had 5 minutes walk from my house to this school. It's renovated after I went to it, so it didn't look like this when I was attending this school. But this is a typical Norwegian school building. You have all the classrooms, everything here. This is a hall kind of thing. It's a school, and this is our sports facilities. So here you have soccer fields. That one there, that's an indoor hall with a handball field and everything. And this is open for everyone to use whenever they want to. So as you also saw on the drone footage, we have a big open green area, a lot of playing area when I was a little boy. And actually my uncle who lives next door. So there's my parents has a quite big lot, and also with kind of a beautiful view. This is kind of like a gado gado edit, a little bit of mix. So I'm gonna jump into something else. Enjoy! So as you saw in the introduction, I like to fly my drone through things. And now I will walk you through some like tips and tricks for how you can plan out and do that. Of course, there's always a risk of crashing the drone when you start flying through things, but the shots you get is very nice. So it might be, or it is worth it. At least if you have a drone like me that is horrible on the signal and everything. So if it crashes, it will break my heart because it's an expensive drone, but at the same time it doesn't work the way it's supposed to do. So yeah. But now I'm in my parents' house, and I've been seeing here's the back door, and there's the kitchen window, and those lines up quite good. So there are several ways: backwards, forward. My favorite is the one flying backwards, because if the drone goes backwards and then all of a sudden things like just pops in the frame, I think that looks very cool. And there are two ways of doing that. You can fly forward and then follow it, which make it maybe a little bit more easy. But at the same time, if you reverse it then and you have some things in the shot, you will see that they are reversed. For example, if there are people crossing, they will go backwards and stuff like that. So I like to try to fly backwards, aim for it, because then hopefully for the viewer it will be like, did he just do that? Did he just fly backwards? Here I have my goal now. I will open the window and I will fly through the living room and out the back door. And where I would put myself then, I would start with flying up the drone, go outside, and I will be standing here in the kitchen, and I will be aiming so I know that I will hit it in the opening. And then I will be standing at the end outside here. So this will be my view of the drone. I will be standing through the hole and see the drone from outside there, flying backwards and then towards us here. And then I would probably just duck or something, so we fly over my head and out. And then I know the backside here, it's nothing it hits. So then I can just go back without being afraid of it hitting something. That's the plan. This is the result.
Just wait, let me drive you crazy, my kind of baby. Wanna stay, let's get super lazy, my kind of baby.
So, thank you for watching this little gado edit. Some drone tips, some house tour, Norwegian house tour. Now, my mother has birthday today, but during these corona times we can't meet. But they will come down with a cake. I will start making the coffee and we will meet outside. So we can drink a cup of coffee, eat a cake with 2 meters distance. We can't touch each other, or we can't like be very close. My parents will meet my little brother and his wife first for a cake. Then they will come to us for a cake. And then they will go to my sister with the cake. Because we can't meet together, more than 5 people, we're doing it like that. So that is the celebration for my mom today. So I will start making Indonesian coffee. I think I will go with Mandailing or Toraja or maybe Aceh Gayo today. I don't know. What do you think? Probably Mandailing today. I had Gayo for breakfast. Thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe, smash the like button, and I'll see you. Let me know if you want what you want to see from Norway. What do you want to learn from Norway? Sampai jumpa lagi.